Dear students, previously we have learnt about Newton's forward interpolation. Now we are going to learn about Newton's backward interpolation. Now here we have a problem which says that using Newton's backward interpolation formula, find the annual premium at the age of 33 from the following data. So they have given a data here. The data given here is age in years. So 24 years, 28 years, 32 years, 36 years and 40 years. And the corresponding data given is the annual premium in rupees. So at the age of 24, the annual premium is 28.06. So at the age of 28, it is 30.19, and at the age of 32, it is 32.75, and at the age of 36, it is 34.94, and at the age of 40, the annual premium is 40 given here. And they are asking us to evaluate at the age of 33 the annual premium. So in order to evaluate this, they have asked us to use Newton's backward interpolation formula. If suppose this was not mentioned, if it was not mentioned that you without what formula has to be used, we have to identify the formula and we have to use it. How we will identify the formula? In interpolation methods, the formulas that we have learned so far are Newton's forward, Newton's backward, and I have also given the formula of Lagrange's interpolation. Now out of these three, we have to use one of the formula to solve this problem. So how we will identify that? For that, we have to check the values of the independent variable. That is, the first data given here is age in years, which will be taken as x. So this is the variable x. So and these are the values x0, x1, this is x2, this value is x3 and this value is x4. And the corresponding dependent variable is y, which is to be interpolated. Like the corresponding value is what we have to find. So this is y, and so the first value is y0, this is y1, y2, y3 and y4. Now, first of all, we have to check the like x1 minus x0. What do we get? 28 minus 24. So the value is 4. Next, we have to check for x2 minus x1. So it is 32 minus 28, and again we get it as 4. And then we have x3 minus x2, which is 36 minus 32, and again the value is 4. And at last we have x4 minus x3, which is 40 minus 36, which is again 4. So we observe that all these values are placed in equal intervals, which the value of that interval is h, which is equal to 4. And if it is equal, then we have to use Newton's forward or Newton's backward interpolation formula. Now, in particular, we have to check the value that has to be interpolated. Now here the value to be interpolated is 33, and this value has to be taken as x. So for x equal to 33, we have to find the value of y. So that is the question. So where this 33 lies, that we have to check. So does it lie between 24 and 28? No. Does that lie between 28 and 32? No. Does it lie between 32 and 36? Yes, 33 lies between 32 and 36. And so it lies in the backward of the table. So it lies over here, and we observe that these values are backward values of the table. These values are forward of the table. This is a mid value, and if it lies here, obviously 33 lies in the backward of the table. Then we have to use Newton's backward interpolation formula. So that is how we have to identify. So now let us proceed with this problem. The Newton's backward interpolation formula is given here. So it is y equal to, now here the value will be yn. What is this yn? Yn is the last value of this table. That is y4. Here the value of n is equal to 4. The value of n is equal to 4. So the yn is y4 and that is this yn plus v divided by 1 factorial delta yn minus 1. And so all these delta values we will be taking from the difference table that we will be constructing. And this v value is calculated by using this, that is v equal to x minus xn divided by h. What is this xn? Xn is this value, that is this x4, that is 40 is xn. So therefore what is the value of x? The value to be interpolated is x, which is 33. So 33 minus 40 will be this value. So 33 minus 40 divided by h. H is what? The equal interval that we obtain, that is the difference. First we saw the difference as 28 minus 24, which is 4, 32 minus 28 is 4, 36 minus 32 is 4, and 40 minus 36 is 4. That value 4 gives us the value of h, which is equal to 4. So the value of h is equal to 4 here. Okay, and using that h we have to find the value of v. For this given problem, the value of h is equal to 4. The value of x is equal to the value which is to be interpolated, that is this 33 is the value of x. So let us write that 33, and this xn is the last value of this table under x. So the last value is 40. So that is xn. So that is 40, and all this now we have to apply here. So the value of v will be equal to 33 minus 40 divided by 4. So what is 33 minus 40? It is minus 7. So that's equal to minus 7 divided by 4. Let me show that in the calculator also. So if you see here, 33 minus 40 is equals minus 7. And this has to be divided by 4. And so the answer will be minus 1.75. So the value of v is equal to minus 1.75. So let us take that and write. So v is equal to minus 1.75. Now next we have to form the difference table from which we have to obtain the value of the differences and then apply in this formula. Let us see that now. The next step is we have to draw the difference table. Now here I have drawn the difference table. The values of x I have taken first. So that is here, that is these values 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. First I have written here along x. And then the value of y, that is these values 28.06, 30.19. So these values I have written here. These are the values of y. Now next we know that there we have till y4. So if we have till y4, we have to find the difference until delta power y4. So I have written the difference till delta power 4 of y. So till here we have to find according to the value of y. So now next we shall start to enter this difference table now one by one. Now how to find the first difference? So this is the first difference. This x is the independent variable which is argument, y is the dependent variable which is the entry, and delta y is the first difference of y. So how to find this? That is this value 30.19 minus 28.06 is the value first we have to find. So that value we have to write here. So 30, I will show you here in the calculator. 30.19 minus 28.06, and so what is that value? 2.13. So that value we have to enter here. So 2.13. So for second value minus the first value we have to do. Okay, now here what will be the entry? So it will be 32.75. So 32.75 minus this value 30.19. So 30.19, and we get it to be 2.56. So that we have to enter here. So 2.56. Then now here 34.94 minus 32.75. So this one 34.94 minus 32.75, which is equal to 2.19. So that we have to enter here. And at last here it will be 40 minus this. So 40 minus 34.94, which is equal to 5.06. So these are the first differences, delta y. Now we have to find the second difference, delta squared y, which we have to find by subtracting the first value from the second value. So it will be, for this one it will be 2.56. So 2.56 minus, so this value minus this value, 2.13, which is equal to 0.43. So that value we have to write here. So 0.43. And here it will be 2.19. So 2.19 minus, so this value minus 2.56. So that we get to be negative 0.37. So that we have to write here. Do not forget to write this negative sign. So minus 0.37. Okay, yes. Now next here it will be this value minus this value. So by now you must have become thorough with this type of subtraction. So 5.06 minus 2.19, because it is this value minus this value, which is equal to 2.87. So that we have to write here. So 2.87. Now next we have to find the third difference, which will be this value minus this value. So here you have to be careful now, because you have a minus 0.37 minus 0.43. So it will be like 0.37, okay, minus 0.43. So very carefully you do it here in the calculator. I'll show you. It is the minus 0.37. So you have to write a negative sign, and then 0.37, and then again a negative sign, because it is minus again, minus 0.37 minus 0.43. So 0.43, and so the answer is minus 0.8. So that we have to write here, minus 0.8. Now here how it will be, 2.87 minus of minus 0.37. So what you will get here, so 2.87 minus this value, but here already we have a minus, so minus of minus will become plus. So now 2.87 plus 0.37 we have to do. So it will be 2.87 plus, what is here, 0.37. So plus 0.37. Patiently you do, you will get the correct answer. So it is 3.24. So here you will be getting 3.24. So we have got the third difference also now. And finally we have to find the fourth difference, which is this value minus this value. But here already we have a negative. So it will be like 3.24 minus of minus 0.8. What is minus of minus? It is plus. So it will be 3.24 plus 0.8. Okay, so 3.24. So 3.24 plus 0.8. Hope you understand why I am doing the plus over there, because it is minus of minus, and so the value that we get here is 4.04. So that I have written here. Now after finding the value of delta power 4 of y, we have finished the difference table. So now for using in the formula, we have to use all the backward values that we have evaluated. Okay, so be very careful in making the note of the back. So we have to consider all the backward values, and this value, the last value is yn, and this value 5.06 we have, that is delta y n minus 1. This is delta square y n minus 2. This value is delta cube y n minus 3, and this value is delta power 4 y n minus 4. So these are the values that we have to use in the formula. So now here I have written the formula till delta power 4 of yn minus 4. After that we need not write, we can stop it because we have here till delta power 4 yn minus 4. So until that I have written the formula. Now we shall substitute one by one in the formula. So first is yn. So therefore y is equal to, what is the value of yn? Yn is equal to 40. So that we have to write. So 40 plus v divided by 1 factorial. What is the value of v? V we have evaluated just now. So the value of v is here. We have evaluated, which is negative 1.75. So that we have to substitute here. So minus 1.75 divided by 1 factorial. 1 factorial is equal to 1 only. So 1 multiplied with delta y, I will write 1 factorial as of now. At last we will simplify it. So delta y n minus 1. The value of delta y n minus 1 is this value, that is 5.06. So that we have to substitute. So 5.06 plus again v. The value of v is minus 1.75 multiplied with v plus 1. So minus 1.75 plus 1 divided by 2 factorial multiplied with delta square of y n minus 2. So what is the value of delta square of y n minus 2? It is 2.87. So multiplied with 2.87. So till here we have completed. So till here it's finished. Now next we should evaluate this term. I will do that here. So plus v into, so v, the value of v is minus 1.75 multiplied with v plus 1. So minus 1.75 plus 1 multiplied with v plus 2. So v is minus 1.75 plus 2 divided by 3 factorial. So 3 factorial multiplied with delta cube of yn minus 3. What is that? It's here, delta. So delta cube yn minus 3 is 3.24. So that we have to substitute here. So 3.24, and then plus the next value I will write here down. So plus here you have v multiplied with v. So what is v? Minus 1.75 multiplied with v plus 1. So again minus 1.75 plus 1 multiplied with v plus 2. So minus 1.75 plus 2, and we have v plus 3. So minus 1.75 plus 3, the whole divided by 4 factorial. So 4 factorial multiplied with delta power 4 of y n minus 4, this value. Okay, this last value that we have here, that is 4.04. So that we have to substitute. So 4.04. Now let us calculate all this now. So first we have, so y is equal to, here we have 40. So let's write it as it is. So 40 plus this minus 1.75 multiplied with 5.06 divided by 1 factorial. But 1 factorial is 1 actually. So I'll show you in the calculator also. So 1, for factorial you should put shift and then this factorial, and so that is equal to 1 only. So 1. So the divided by 1. And then next we have minus, so plus minus 1.75 multiplied with minus 1.75 plus 1. So it is, so you see here, minus first you put, then 1.75 plus 1. So that is equal to minus 0.75. So that we have to write here. So minus 0.75 divided by 2 factorial we have. So what is 2 factorial? It is 2 into 1. So which is 2 only. But anyway, I will show you. 2 shift factorial is equal to 2. So divided by 2. And then we have this. We have to calculate this. So this will be, I will write it here. So plus minus 1.75 multiplied with minus 1.75 plus 1. Just now we calculated here and we got it to be minus 0.75. So minus 0.75 multiplied with minus 1.75 plus 2. So let us do that. So minus 1.75 plus 2, that is equal to 0.25. So 0.25 the whole divided by, we have 3 factorial. 3 factorial is 3 into it's actually 3 into 2 into 1, which is equal to 6. But anyway, I will show that in the calculator. So 3 shift factorial is equal to 6. So that is divided by 6. We have to write that 6 here and then multiplied with 3.24. Okay, so multiplied with 3.24. And then finally we have to evaluate this term. So which is plus. So first we have minus 1.75 multiplied with minus 1.75 plus 1, we got it to be minus 0.75. So minus 0.75 multiplied with, and then minus 1.75 plus 2, that we got to be 0.25. So the same thing only. So 0.25 multiplied with minus 1.75 plus 3 we have to do. So minus 1.75 plus 3 is equal to 1.25. So multiplied with 1.25, the whole divided by 4 factorial. Okay, so that is 4 factorial. So 4 shift factorial is equal to 24. So that is divided by 24. Also we can see it like this. 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 4 3 times is 12. 12 2 times is 24, which is 24. Okay, if you are not able to do it like this, better do it in the calculator. And this whole thing has to be multiplied with this value. So this value 4.04, because we are calculating this term. So I am writing that here. Okay, so 4.04. After this I am writing it here. So next step will be, so y will be equal to, the first term is 40. So let us write it. First we will calculate the signs. So we have plus here, minus, and this is a positive term. So plus into minus will be minus. So this whole term will have the sign minus. And now we have to multiply these two terms, that is 1.75 multiplied with 5.06, which is equal to 8.855. Okay, so that we will write. So 8.855 divided by 1. So we will write it just because divided by 1 is going to be the same only. Already we calculated the sign first and then we calculated with the numbers. Here also we will do the same. First we will calculate the signs first. So plus we have here. Then minus. Then again a minus. So minus into minus, it will become plus. So this whole term will be plus. Okay, so plus. And then we have 1.75. So that we have to do. So 1.75 multiplied with, and one more thing is that I forgot to write the value here, that is 2.87, which is there here. So if you see here, we have this 2.87. Okay, I haven't written it here. Kindly make that correction. 2.87. We have to multiply with this term. Okay, so after that, so 1.75 multiplied with, and that value is positive only. So anyway, minus into minus will become, that full term will become positive. So now 1.75 multiplied with 0.75, and then that value multiplied with 2.87. and so that is equal to 3.7669, and this value has to be divided by this 2. So divided by 2 is equal to 1.8834. So let us take that and write. So I am writing it 1.8834. Now this is done. Next we have to calculate this. So first we will calculate the sign. So positive, minus, minus. So minus into minus, plus. All other things are plus only. So there is no negative sign for this. So minus into minus has become plus. So the whole term becomes positive. So plus. Now we will calculate multiply the numbers. That is, the first number is 1.75. So 1.75, okay, and then that is multiplied with 0.75. Don't worry about this negative sign because already we have calculated and we have written. So think only about the numbers. So 1.75 multiplied with 0.75 multiplied with this term, that is 0.25. So 0.25 multiplied with 3.24, and that is equal to 1.0631, and this whole thing has to be divided by 6. So divided by 6 is equal to 0.1772. So let's take and write that. So 0.1772. Very carefully you have to do this, students, and then plus. Now the remaining is this. So this we have to calculate and we have to write in the same way. And here if you see, the signs are here positive, minus, minus. So minus into minus, plus. The remaining all the terms are positive. So this whole term will obviously become positive. So I am writing plus here because this minus and this minus has become multiplied and got plus. Now we have completed about the sign. Now next numbers we will multiply and we will write. So it will be 1.75 multiplied with 0.75 multiplied with 0.25 multiplied with 1.25 multiplied with 4.04. So 4.04 equals 1.6570, and that full value has to be divided by 24. So divided by 24 and we get the answer to be 0.0690. So taking and writing that 0.0690. Now we will evaluate all this and we will find the final answer. And so the final answer is going to be 40 minus 8.855 plus 1.8834 plus 0.1772 and then plus this value. So plus 0.0690, and so the answer is 33.2746. So this is the final answer. So let us take that and we will write. So the value of y is equal to 33.2746. So finally I have taken and written the answer. The annual premium at the age of 33 is rupees 33.2746. Because the question was given in rupees, I have taken and written this the units. Okay, hope you have understood this problem. Thank you.